Hi, and welcome to a lesson on food chains. This lesson is brought to you by SHIP, the School Health Initiative Program. In today's activity, we will focus on the food chain. Exercises will be included in this activity. As a reminder, a food chain shows a feeding relationship among organisms in a specific area or environment that illustrates the flow of energy in the ecosystem. You can see that both of these food chains start at the bottom with a producer followed by multiple consumers. Here's our first question. Which of the following is an example of an aquatic or marine food chain? Is it A or is it B? If you think it's A, I want you to get to the floor and do some Russian twists. If you think it's B, I want you to get to the floor and do some mountain climbers. Go ahead and get ready and begin. And stop. Were you doing mountain climbers? If so, you chose the correct answer. B is a picture of the aquatic food chain. The other food chain is a terrestrial food chain. Terrestrial means land, and aquatic means water. Here's our next question. Which of the following is a true statement? Producers make their own food, or consumers make their own food? If you think it's producers make their own food, I'd like for you to stand up and do arm circles. If you think consumers make their own food, I'd like for you to floss. Ready? Go. And stop. Producers make their own food, so hopefully you were doing arm circles. Which of the following is usually the main source of energy in a food chain? Is it the wind or is it the sun? If you think it's the wind, you're going to do frog jumps. If you think it's the sun, you're going to do skater jumps. Ready? Go. And stop. The sun is the main source of energy in a food chain, so skater jumps was the correct exercise. Which of the following is a producer? Is it grass or is it cricket? If you think it's grass, you're going to do jumping jacks. If you think it's a cricket, you're going to do squats. Ready? Begin. And stop. Grass is a producer. It creates its own energy. The cricket needs the grass to create its energy. It is a consumer. Which of the following types of consumers only eat plants? Omnivores or herbivores? If you think it's omnivores, you are going to do scissor kicks. If you think it's herbivores, you're going to do sky punches. Ready? Begin. The answer is herbivore, so you should have been doing sky punches. Omnivores eat both plants and animals. What is missing from this food chain? We have the sun, we have plants, we have something that's missing, and we have a coyote. Do you think the missing part is a deer or a grasshopper? If you think it's a deer, I'd like for you to do squats. If you think it's a grasshopper, I'd like for you to do windmills. Ready? Begin. And stop. The answer is a deer. Both deers and grasshoppers enjoy plants, but the coyote will prey on the deer and not the grasshopper. Let's take a look at this food chain. Which of the following is the producer in this food chain? Is it the small fish? Is it the predator? Or is it the phytoplankton? If you think the producer is the small fish, you're going to do arm circles. If you think it's the predator, you're going to do sky punches. And if you think it's phytoplankton, you're going to do scissor kicks. Ready? Begin. And stop. The phytoplankton is the producer in this food chain, so scissor kicks was the correct exercise. Take a look at this food chain. Which of the following is not a consumer in this food chain? The eagle, the grass, or the frog? If you think it's eagle, you're going to do arm circles. Grass, you're going to do sky punches. And frog, you're going to do scissor kicks. Ready? Begin. And stop. In this food chain, the grass is not a consumer. Grass is never a consumer. It is always a producer because it creates its own food. For our last question of this activity, I want you to look at this food chain. Which of the following consumer fits best in the missing part of the food chain? A fox or a frog? If you think a fox works best in this food chain, I'd like for you to do star jumps. If you think a frog works best, I'd like for you to do jumping jacks. Ready? Begin. And stop. Hopefully you were doing jumping jacks because the frog is missing in this food chain. The frog would eat the butterfly, and the snake will prey on the frog. The snake will not prey on the fox. Thank you for participating in this physically active lesson on food chains. Have a fantastic day.